Guys, I know it's not relevant to today's video, but I just gotta let you know, this is my second cup of coffee. All right? My second. And look, it's a pretty big cup of coffee, as you can see. Skits be struggling today. Anyways, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to one of the greatest YouTube channels in the history of YouTube. My name is Skits, and today we're going to be talking about why Jinbe from One Piece is one of the greatest anime characters of all time. A GOAT, you know, not only in One Piece, but in general, anime as well. I said that backwards. In anime in general. And I'm going to be specifically giving you 7 reasons. They're all written down here in my notes, so you know that when it's time. I said that wrong. You know, when Skits has his notes pulled up, it's going to be a boo, 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 boo video banger. All right, so let's start. Reason number 1. He is the only character in One Piece to stand up to a Yonko and tell something like, "Big Mom, you gotta shut the fuck up." All right? Specifically, that's what he does, you know? I think there is a confrontation in Whole Cake Island arc in that saga between, you know, Jinbei and Big Mom, and Big Mom's pressing the boy, right? She's saying something like, you know, if you're gonna leave the crew, I'm gonna have to do something about it, and she starts threatening him with like this technique that she has that apparently reduces your lifespan considerably. But Jinbei wasn't having any of that bullshit. He looked at her and he said, "How am I gonna be scared of your ass, of your big fat ass, if I'm gonna be in the future Pirate King's crew? Huh?" Absolute mad lad. You don't see any other character in One Piece doing shit like that. It's only Jinbei. Now, reason number 2. He is the first fishman. I thought he was the only fishman, but he is the first fishman to ever use a type of haki, more specifically, armament haki. So, you know, at this point in the series, if we're talking about, you know, the Elbaf saga, you know, there's been a couple of arcs, there's been a couple of sagas, and, you know, we get introduced to fishmen pretty early on in the series, in the Arlong Park saga, right? And then more specifically in the post-time skip in the Fishman Island saga. And, you know, by that point, by Fishman Island, you know, you still don't see any fishermen use haki. And I don't know when it was specifically that Jinbei started to use haki, but I know for sure he is the first fisherman to start using haki, and that is one hell of an impressive feat. Absolutely goated. Number 3, he is slow as hell. If you saw the why Brook is one of the goated characters in anime and in One Piece, you would have realized that one of the facts there, or one of the reasons why he's a goat, is because he is the fastest straw hat. And it's not something I'm making up in the spur of the moment. It's actually confirmed by Eiichiro Oda himself in one of the interviews, or many interviews he's had. And in this specific interview where he lets us know that Brook is the fastest the fastest straw hat, he reveals that in a 50-meter long race, Jinbei would be the straw hat who would finish last, so making him the slowest straw hat of them all. So he might be a fishman and he might be a very capable swimmer. I don't think anybody's winning, you know, against swimming, you know, or swimming faster. But on land, Jinbei pretty slow. And I think that's very relatable. I don't think we have a lot of Usain Bolts in the planet. And I myself, even though I run, I'm not the fastest runner ever. So I can relate, and he is a GOAT. Now, number 4. He had once political ties, and he was specifically a Shichibukai, right? And this is actually pretty insane. You know, when we get introduced to a character like Crocodile, just after crossing entering the Grand Line, and you see that Luffy antagonizes him by spoiling his plans, essentially, right? He he aligns himself with Vivi, and he's like, all right, we're gonna screw this Shichibukai bastard. When you get introduced to the concept of Shichibukai, of the seven warlords of the sea, these characters are all by lore gangsta, all right? And Jinbei once belonged to the seven warlords of the sea. So pretty hype if you ask me. And when he is exercising that role, you know, as a Shichibukai, not only is he actively doing that, he goes against the world government in the Marineford arc. He is a Shichibukai there, but he's saying, you know what, I'm gonna side myself this time with Luffy, with Whitebeard. I'm gonna try and rescue Ace. He escapes Impel Down with Luffy, and he ain't having none of it. He's using his own force against the world government. Absolutely insane. All right, so number 5. He is the only character in the present to be a part of 2 Yonko crews. Can you believe that? Jinbei out here switching sides more than a blood and a crip. That's insane. All right, if you wonder what's the first Yonko crew he was affiliated with, Big Mom Pirates. And now he's affiliated with the Straw Hat Pirates. He's their helmsman. And yeah, I don't think a lot of One Piece characters can say that, huh? I don't think. There might be a few, but no, it gotta be Jinbei. And he's actively right now in the Straw Hats, and you know Luffy's gonna end up being Pirate King, so oh, crazy. Number 6. He does not get burned by Akainu. Now that has to be some form of slander, probably one of the most disrespectful things to Akainu that can be done in the series. My man kills Ace. My man gives Luffy a scar the size of, you know, his chest. Almost his entire chest is a big X now. And while Akainu gave that scar to Luffy, he first attacked Jinbei. Like, the attack went through him and then through Luffy. And you didn't see my boy get burned up? That's a slander. That has to be one of the biggest insults a pirate can ever give to a Marine. And not only a Marine, Akainu is an Admiral. So, insane. All right. And then number 7. As a fishman and as a complete different species to that of human, he can donate blood to some humans. And in this case, he donates blood to Luffy in post Fishman Island arc, or just when Hody was being defeated, or after, sorry. And that is pretty cool. You don't see a dog being able to donate blood to a human being. You don't see a dolphin being able to donate blood to a human being. You don't see a fish, much less try to donate blood to a human being and survive. I want to see you try that. But Jinbei out here saving lives, okay? Maybe you get into a terrible accident one day and you're in this anime world and Jinbei might be, you know, very close by, and you're like, hey man, can you donate some of that blood to me? I think he's a universal donor, but don't get me wrong here. I might be completely mistaken. But if Jinbei's around, your life might be saved. And impressive. Goated. And with that being said, I have just given you 7 reasons why Jinbei from One Piece is one of the goated characters in One Piece and of all of anime. If you like this video, slap it a like, smash the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can support your boy, and let me know in the comments down below if you want me to make one of these videos with the anime character of your choice. I will gladly do it. So that being said, I'll see you in the next YouTube video. Boo! By the way, I don't remember myself drinking coffee at the beginning of the video, so I'm just gonna do a sip because I know you guys love it. It's probably the best part of the YouTube video. Here it goes. Amazing.